What happened in the Oval Office, I was there, was unfortunately President Zelensky came in with a mindset not wanting to negotiate peace. President Zelensky was also antagonistic, and frankly, he was rude. He picked a fight with the Vice President of the United States. He repeatedly interrupted President Trump. And so what President Trump did was stood strong for America, defended his Vice President, but most importantly, defended the American people who, after 3 years of funding this brutal war, are sick and tired of footing the bill. The president wants peace. It was clear President Zelensky wasn't in the mindset to negotiate that just yet.
What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. So we got to talk about the little man who's always begging for money and weapons. And he came to America to beg for money and weapons. And he left without any weapons and any money. Ha, ha, ha. And Trump has paused any military aid to Ukraine. Following Zelensky coming over here and doing a temper tantrum. So I want to read about that. I'm not going to make a long video about this, but you all know how much I feel about this subject because I got personally hit by it from telling the truth about the Nazis over there in Ukraine and how the white supreme pieces over here love to go over there to become better and bigger and more powerful white supreme pieces. So I'm not a fan of Ukraine. I definitely don't like no daggone Zelensky, and they don't like me either because I'm a black woman. Anyway, let me just read this because I have some by the way, I'm so giddy about this. I'm so glad we're not giving out more money to people. But anyway, I have some more videos in the pipeline, so we're going to show that in a minute. Let me just briefly read a couple of paragraphs from the Breitbart News article here, where it says, Trump pauses military aid to Ukraine following Zelensky's feud. The Trump administration has put a temporary pause on all military aid to Ukraine following the breakdown in negotiations at the White House last week. Last week, the Trump administration had planned to sign an agreement that would have tied the United States economically to Ukraine through the mineral trade deal. But the deal imploded when Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky began to litigate the terms of diplomacy during a White House press conference. Dumb move. Dumb move. I'm glad he did it, but it was a dumb move on his part. In the days since, President Donald Trump has repeatedly said he does not believe Zelensky has any decision to broker a peace deal with Russia. See, here's the deal. He does not want the peace deal. As long as there's a war, he can basically stay as the dictator of Ukraine, okay? Because he has canceled elections last year. He canceled it. He's going to try to cancel it again this year. And he feels like as long as there's a war, that's how long he can stay president. Speaking with Fox News, a White House official said the pause in aid will be only temporary until Ukraine shows a commitment to peace. I think Trump upped that to not only show a commitment to peace, but Zelensky has to fully apologize. He need to humble himself, and I don't think he's going to do it, which is probably why Trump said that. And Russia just need to go over there and just handle business, okay? Stop playing with your food, Pootie, okay? Stop playing with your food and just take care of these people. This is not a permanent termination of aid, is its pause, official said. The orders are going out right now. One Ukraine defense advisor told Fox News that the country will not sign an agreement unless they can get a security guarantee. This is beggars being choosers. The only reason they last this long was because of all the weapons they got from all the other westernized countries, in addition to the countries that are part of NATO in Europe. Okay. So they're getting so big for their britches. But anyway, let's look at that Bright Bear. Let's look at Brett Baer, right? And he talks about this with his panel.
Reporting the United States is pausing all U.S. military aid to Ukraine until President Trump determines the Ukrainians show a commitment of good faith peace negotiations. That's according to a senior Trump administration telling Fox. This is not a permanent termination of aid. It is a pause. The orders are going out right now. The official said this in response to Ukrainian President Zelensky's conduct over the last week and his words over the weekend. So it's all stopping, Brian.
Yeah, well, he needs an apology. President Trump says, I need a direct apology. This can be fixed with a phone call. Sorry if things went off the rails, like the first 45.
No. President Trump said he wants a public apology, not calling. He that changed. Like, if he may have said that earlier, but I saw him specifically say, I need Zelensky to make a public apology. So whether he does that on camera or he does that on his accounts like no, I don't think he has a TikTok, but I know he has an Instagram, and he also has a Twitter account, or Twitter X. So Donald Trump wants him to make a public apology, because the whole bucking up and having a temper tantrum happened in public.
5 minutes of our talk. Didn't like the last 10. So let's get this thing back on track. I understand what you mean, and let's do it. And then you put the ball in Russia's court, and let's see how sincere they are. But it's going to take a call from Zelensky to Trump directly, and I'm sure he'd take the call. The guy does not hold grudges.
Leslie, this is going to be part of that speech. Democrats, some of them saying they're going to boycott the speech. How do you think this all plays?
I'm not a big fan of boycotts. I'm also not a big fan of pre-rebuttal. Let's see what the guy has to say. Show up. That's what people vote for you to do. And by the way, when's Putin going to apologize to Zelensky for invading his sovereign nation?
When daggone Zelensky apologized for trying to join NATO. You uninformed, long-faced horse. Imagine something saying, when is Putin going to apologize to Ukraine? The 5th of never worry, lady. Okay? They should have never talked about joining NATO. That's what started all of this. Well, also the whole, thing that happened in 2014, but,
Just wondering.
True. Absolutely. You're right.
There you go. Panel, thanks so much.
Oh, dude, Brett, your panel sucks. So this clip right here is pretty short. It was longer than this, and he goes into more detail. And I might, if I remember, we'll put the link to his full speech below. But in the meantime, to me, this is the most important part of that speech right here in this clip.
Need to see from President Zelensky to restart these negotiations?
Well, I just think he should be more appreciative, because this country has stuck with them through thick and thin. We've given them much more than Europe, and Europe should have given more than us, because, as you know, that's right there. That's the border.
Facts.
This country really was like the fence on the border. It was very important to Europe, and I'm not knocking Europe. I'm saying that they were a lot smarter than Joe Biden, because Joe Biden didn't have a clue. He just gave money hand over fist, and they should have been able to equalize with us. In other words, if we gave $1, they should have given. Well, we gave $350 billion. They probably gave $100, but on top of it all, they get their money back, because they're doing it in the form of a loan, and it's a secured loan. So when I saw that, which I've known about for a little while, I said it's time for us to be smart. At the same time, it's great for them, because they get us in the country taking the rare earth, which is going to fuel this big engine, and especially the engine that we've in a very short time created, and we get something, and we're there. We have a presence there. With all of that being said, I want one thing to happen. I want all of those young people to stop being killed. They're being killed by the thousands every single week. Last week, 2,700 were killed. 2,700 young, in this case, just about all young boys from Ukraine and from Russia. And that's not young people from the United States, but it's on a human basis. I want to see it stop. The money is one thing, but the death. And they're losing thousands of soldiers a week. And that's not including the people that get killed every time a town goes down or a missile goes into a town. And I want to see it stop.
And not to mention, like I said, the conscripts, like, I don't have really much sympathy for the Ukrainian people. I don't really like them. As a matter of fact, don't really like them. I don't like them, okay? I do have a good relationship with people in Russia, and I have some good friends that I've met online, and I hope to go visit the beautiful country of Russia one of these days. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to make a long video about this. I just wanted to talk about this because I think this is going to end badly for Ukraine. And I basically want to show a footprint of how it started and how it ended. Because this is not going to end well for Zelensky, I promise you. But anyway, this is Tree from treeoflogic.com. I want to know what you think. And by the way, if you are libtard, if you're triggered because you are part of Zelensky's cheerleading team, like, kick rocks. I don't care. I don't support NAZIs, okay? I don't support these people. I don't support white supreme pieces, all right? I don't support the banderas, all right? So I don't care if you got a problem with me supporting your racist regime, your racist country. I don't care. I'm here for Russia all day, every day. Stay mad. Anyway, this is Tree. Once again, like the video, leave me a comment, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.